Oh, good morning, Victoria.
Nice to meet you.
And welcome to Vaulting.
Thank you.
Before we do any activity with horses, you have to understand that horse riding and horse handling can be a high-risk activity. Want to speak up? Can be a high-risk activity, so safety should always be your first consideration. Have you signed a waiver?
Yes, I have.
Very good. So we're going to be doing some vaulting today on this beautiful horse, introductory exercises. We're going to be doing a mill and a box, and I'll explain the procedure how to do that in a moment. But before we get started, the horse is being warmed up so his muscles are soft and relaxed and he can best do the task. But we need to do the same for you as an athlete. So I understand you've just done a grueling city to serve.
Yes.
Is there anything else that might affect your session today? Any other physical issues?
No.
Fantastic. And you've got some sun protection on?
Yes, I have.
Very good. Well, if at any time you feel a bit stressed or you're feeling any pain or discomfort, just tell me. Good. So we're going to do some warm-up. I think probably for you just a little jogging around the...
Okay.
Let's go half arena so we don't go near the horse.
Yeah.
And then you come back and we can do some stretches to prepare you for your vaulting session.
Okay.
Good, off you go. Good work. So that's good. Keep your eyes up. You need to be aware at all times of safety. Don't go near the horse. You can turn left. That's quite good. The sand's fairly heavy, isn't it?
Yes.
Good work. Yeah, okay, very, very, very nice. So let me see, Victoria, some of the stretches that you would use for your shoulders and arms.
Okay.
This is a good one. Nice. Incorporate your breathing. Look at that good shoulder rotation. Excellent. Yes. What else would you do?
This one for my...
Oh, cripes. She's good at that one, isn't she? That's very good. Very good mobility.
The other side.
Oh, good work. How long are you going to hold these stretches for?
About 10-15 seconds.
Oh, good. Okay, well that's obviously an involved length, isn't it? And focus on your breathing at the same time. As you're breathing out, allowing a little more extension of your stretch. Excellent. Good. And then let's show me some of the stretches you do for your hips and your hamstrings, quads. Good. Very nice there, isn't it? It's a bit of pain from your exertion yesterday. Very good. And then we always make sure that we do on one side, we do the other side. That's excellent. So with the necessity of being on the barrel, you're going to have to do some adductor stretching. So let's go to some squats. And when you do that, think always about your knee has to stay lined over your toe. When you dismount from the horse, the same thing, make sure your knee stays over the toe. Very easy to be malaligned and get a rolled ankle or a twist of your knee. So keeping that really straight and being aware of your core stability at all times. Excellent. Good. What's some others you might do there? Some stretches this way, keeping the stability. You can think about the squareness of your shoulders. Maybe take one arm out here. Think about your left shoulder being up the same height as the right shoulder.
I feel that stretch after yesterday.
Very good. That's nice work. And again, drive at the arm out. And have a look to see that you've got that symmetry in your shoulders and that your chin stays up and you're facing the horizon as you breathe. Very good. Looks like we have a nice fit athlete here. Good. And have a little shake. Well done. I'm going to go into the demonstration, but at any time, if I go whole ride halt, or riders halt, or students halt, I want you all to come safely and quickly to a halt. If you're on the horse, it'll mean come to a seated position and hold the handles. It's what we call our safety halt, safety procedure. Very good. So this is the practice barrel, and you can see it sort of duplicates a bit what's happening up here. And for you to get on to this side, sitting this side holding these handles, you need to, the experienced vaulters would vault on, and they would use the movement of the horse to help, and they'd come up with a straight leg and bring their leg around to the other side. Today we're going to do an assisted vault, so I'm going to get you to hold the handles in this position like that. And if you bend your left leg, and I'm going to assist you, I'll turn that off so it doesn't get pink, and I'm going to go on 3. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you keep your head this side, and your right leg will swing up, and you'll be on the barrel.
Do I put one hand there?
No, keep it there to start with. I'm going to give this a go. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3. Oh, and kicking
Sorry.
me. That's a good first try.
Sorry.
That's fine. And then try and come a little closer to the handles. And then you find, could you feel your hip flexors just softly spreading? Now you've done some riding before, and I presume the coaches have told you to put your heels down. In this instance, we're going to have our toes down, so that this calf is softly around the horse. Toes down. Good. And you're going to be aiming for a shoulder, hip, heel line. So you've got that strength in your position. Can you feel it? Does it feel symmetrical on both sides? This is what we call a basic seat. So your shoulders are lined up and your hips are lined up square, and you're in the middle of the horse. It's very important that you keep yourself balanced in the middle of the horse, not collapsing on one side or sitting over to the side of the horse. And because we're working on the circle, the centrifugal forces could take you to the outside, so you're going to have to make sure you're strong in your core. So toes down, good. And that's what we call the basic seat. Tummy tucked in, belly button in, face up. Good. Now one of the basic movements we're going to do is called the mill. And in this mill position, you might have heard around the world or something along those lines. So in this position, your right leg is going to come with a pointed toe. You have to move that hand as that one comes around, and you're going to mill to the side. So then you always keep one hand at least on the handle, and you keep your supporting leg, which in this case is this one, on the horse. If you stick that one in the air, as you bring your milling leg over, you could just spin off the horse. So, milling to the side to face me, and now point your toe and move this hand, and then you come back to facing the front.
Oh, back again?
Good, so that's milling to the side, but before you come back, just think, are you in toes down and your legs still supporting you? You shouldn't feel in any way that you're leaning out the back. Yeah, so you should be sitting softly on the horse. Then you'll have a pad that you can also touch with your left hand. We're going to mill to the back now, so your right hand to the left handle. Good, and then this leg is going to go around, and this one is your support leg. So pointing your toe, very good. And this is a lovely stretching position. We often encourage the students to keep walking in this position to sense the horse's movement underneath them when it's going the opposite way. So still the good basic seat with the toes down, legs long, and stretch up tall through here. I like to take a few breaths and you get the air up into the bottom part of your lungs that you might normally get. Good. Yeah, well done. Sitting nice and square. Very good. And then if we continue our mill around to the side, it's going to be your right leg, your left leg's your support leg, and your hands go. Good work. There you go, and you could hold there. Very good. Again, think about toes pointed. And then again you'll get a different sensation of the horse as it moves sideways. And then continue your mill back to the front, thinking about your support legs staying around the belly of the horse. Don't kick your horse in the head.
Yeah, no, I
And
forgot about that.
yeah, and then coordination of your limbs is really important here because you need to be able to keep a hand and move a handle, leg, hand thing. Very good. Keeping your legs around the horse and nice and tall with your body. So that's our mill. And we might do the mill just to the side and back again, or we might do the complete mill. But either way, you try and stay with the rhythm of the horse. And you'll see the horse has a 4-beat marching pace. And you have to try and incorporate your body movements with that rhythm of the horse. Great. If the horse starts slowing or quickening, it often is an indicator that you've done some abrupt movement, or you've pushed your seat bones into him, or you've bumped him with your leg. So you have to be mindful of working with another living creature. Great. So that's your mill. The next thing we're going to do the mill when we're on the horse at walk. Next thing we're going to do is the box. Now this is where you're on your knees and holding the handles, and you're going to make a straight shape like a table with your back. To get up into that box position, I'll get you to lean forward, bend your elbows, keep your eye up looking straight ahead, and then you're going to swing your legs up behind you and then come up onto your shins. Yeah, can you go back a bit further? Yep, go a bit further forward. You've got, not quite sure we're going to use these shoes, are we?
No,
going to take,
change.
we're going to have soft shoes on, so you'll be able to do that. Okay, so you don't want anything poking into the horse because he'll let you know. So you're going to have that. I'll tell you, even though you won't have these shoes on, so I'll say press your shoelaces onto the pad. So you might move back a bit. Good. Bend your elbows, so like you're going through a tunnel, and then look up and ahead. And that's called a box, and you should feel fairly stable like that. So that now your knees represent the seat bones where you would feel the movement of the horse when you're sitting on him. Now that sensation's coming through your knees, isn't it? And your arms have to be even. Now to get back down from the box, it's very important that you come down lightly onto the horse's back, because if you bang on his back or you kick him in the flank as you come down, he's going to react. So you can come back down with one leg. You can lower one leg down the side and point it long, and then slide yourself down gently into the basic seat again. Or you could do it with 2 legs, whichever you feel comfortable with. The main thing is that you're coming down as though you're coming onto eggshells, just coming very lightly onto his back. Very good. So there's the box, getting up into it, getting out of it. Now, we did the assisted mount. I'm not going to assist you to dismount.
Okay.
And to dismount, you're going to mill to this same side as the lunger, leg straight, toe pointed. That's
Just
it.
out the way of the head.
Yeah, that's good. Good girl. It might be an incentive for you to think about the really top world-class vaulters who do the mill and the thigh brushes past their nose.
Lovely.
Yeah. We won't be expecting that today. And again, your legs are under feeling the belly of the horse. Both hands on this handle here, both hands. This is the horse's head. You're going to spring down to the horse's shoulder, facing the same way as him, and keep going with the movement of the horse. And when you land with bent knees, with your knees over your toes. Good. And then walk with the movement of the horse, if he's still walking, and then you safely step away from the horse and clear the horse and return to either the lunger or out of the circle. So let's show me how you're going to dismount. So looking up to the front, and you're going to dismount facing the same way as the horse. Bent knees, keep walking, marching. Now, then you're going to come back and and then come, step back away from the horse, and he'll keep moving, and then you can go back out of the circle safely.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Well done. Okay, is that a verbose explanation? Okay, so now, Vic, we're going to get onto the horse. Before we do that, we do a gear check for safety, make sure it's suitable for the lesson and it's safely maintained. And we also look at our vaulter. Now, you've got the vaulting shoes and you've got some stretchy pants and long sleeve. And I'm going to ask you, could you take those earrings out, would you mind? You don't want to get caught on any of the apparatus and tear any parts of your ears. That's great. And then I'll give them over. Good, so as long as you're feeling comfortable there and you've had a drink, I'm going to ask our lunger Rosie to bring the very wonderful Louis over to this side of the circle and come to a halt, and then we're going to do a gear check on Louis, and it's probably a nice time for you to actually meet him. It's nice to have a little rapport with the horse because they do so much for us. That's somewhere about there, Rosie. That's very good. And stand. Very good. So, Victoria, this is Rosie. She's an accredited vaulting lunger. So if you'd like to come with me, and we'll come around this side. Always approach the horse from the near side. And it's a nice opportunity for you to say hello to Louis. You can just go up and give him a little pat on the not the nose, the neck, a smooth pat. Say hello, fellow. Yeah, that's right. Nice, smooth, gentle movements with the horse. Now I'm going to just be checking the gear for the safety and suitability of the lesson and seeing that it's adjusted correctly. I'll see if I can leave the speaker on so he doesn't get upset. Then we have the cavesson, the noseband, the throat lash. If there's any little adjustments I can make them like that. And we have the reins set like this for the walk exercise. You see there's an adjustment potential on the side, and we might change that for the canter work a bit later on. This big pad protects their back, makes it comfortable, and he's got bandages on that all seem to be nicely attached, not too tight. The vaulter has sun protection, and she's holding the whip safely. If you come around the same side as me, Vic, there you go. So it's always nice to let your horse have a little sniff of you. Oh, he says he smells. And there's the noseband. If you're patting him, it's nice smooth movements like that. See how he likes it? Don't fiddle around their nose because they're very sensitive around their noses. And there's the throat lash. There's our reins. Here we can see that the girths, without annoying him or tickling him, you can see it's firm enough. And there's your reins adjusted nicely. The pad's well positioned, evenly on both sides, and the bandages are protecting his legs from any knocks. Okay. So there we go. We've got our horse and our vaulter safe, and we might mount from the standstill, I think. So if you come around this side, and Rosie's going to stay on the same side, and going back to what we did on the barrel. So you've got the handles there, and that leg is going to go over the other side. So you bend this leg, and we're going through. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry, wrong
Okay.
3.
Try again. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. And leg over. Yeah, that's good. You'll get better as you practice that. So you sit fairly close to the front of the roller there, and think legs under. Feel your calf, your leg around the barrel of the horse. Now, yeah, that's it. Find what's most comfortable, but for the basic seat we're going to be holding the hands in this position evenly, okay? Good. So I'm going to stand out of the circle now, and our lunger's going to go back in the middle, and you're going to go out on the circle to walk. Keep those legs just softly wrapped around the barrel of your horse. That's good. So it shouldn't in any way be indicating to him that you want him to move faster. And you're going to just follow the movement of the horse with soft, allowing hips and seat, staying upright and tall. think about that breathing, keeping the leg long and the calf around the barrel of the horse. Can you feel it coming against your calf, the barrel? Be sure you haven't collapsed on your inside of your body, that your shoulders are even. Good. And you'll notice the walk is a 4-beat marching pace. And you have to reflect that in your seat. You have to follow the movement of the horse. Yeah, good work. Now you're a little bit more relaxed, keeping the legs softly around the barrel of the horse. Well done, Vic. I'll just call that 4 beats for you so you can feel it. If you start with the inside or the left hind leg. Now, now, now. Can you sense that? Now, now. Yeah, don't look, just feel if you can feel the difference in the movement. Now, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You feeling it? Very good. Okay. So, let's prepare now. We're going to mill just to the inside facing Rosie. So, prepare to mill to the inside and right leg up, leg pointing toe. Look at the lunger and move your hand and come facing her. And then keep your legs around the barrel of the horse. Good, and feeling that movement. You could put your left hand on the pad if you like. Can you see the left hand on the pad?
Like that?
Yeah, feel that. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Good. And then we're going to prepare to mill to the back. So put your right hand on the handle closer to the lunger. That's your left hand.
Yes.
That's your right hand. Yeah, it's very good for practicing your dexterity. Now, as you mill to the back, your left leg comes up and around, and you point your toes, so mill till you're facing the back of the horse. Good girl. And then both hands on the handles. Get that nice stretch that I described on the barrel. Keep your legs around the horse now. This is why we had to do that hip flexor stretch, didn't we? Your legs can be back underneath you a little. Stretch up tall. You had lovely mobility in your shoulders. So here's a chance to feel it, isn't it? Keep your leg back underneath your hip. Good. Take a few nice relaxing breaths, experiencing the movement. And then let's middle to the outside. So your right leg's going to come up and around, being careful not to kick your horse. And around, and the hands, and then both legs, the calves of your legs around the belly of the horse. And just sense the movement. Yeah, very good. Can you feel how your calves around the horse stop you unbalancing, don't they? And then let's complete the mill by taking your left leg around. Prepare your hands, point your toe, and up and around. 2, 3, 4. Good. 2, 3, 4. Well done. So the horse didn't really change his rhythm. He wasn't upset by what you did. Yeah, well done. Very good. Okay, so we can move on to the box now. So just reflect on how I demonstrated to you on the barrel, or I got you to experience it. So you're going to bend your elbows, take your angle of your hip forward a bit, and swing your legs up behind. So when you're ready, up to box, being careful not to poke your toes in him. Use the momentum of your legs coming up behind you. Good, and then your knees are just either side of your spine. Take your legs back a bit further. Point your toes and have the shoelaces. Point your toes, that's it. Maybe your legs are a bit closer together. Your knees too. There you go, point your toes. Shoelaces only pressing on the horse's back. So the whole shin and shoelace supports your horse. Now bend your elbows and look up. And you feel as though you're going through a tunnel. Good. Now you're getting a different sensation of the horse moving under you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It is.
Press on the shoelaces. Don't have your toes or your knees putting undue pressure on the horse's back. Very good. So keep your back flat and your elbows bent. Be sure you're not dropping your right shoulder and falling to the outside of the horse. Could you feel yourself getting pushed to the outside? Good. So let's find our way back to the basic seat. You can use one leg or two legs, whichever you feel most comfortable. Just that you point your toes and come back close to the roller with a very soft seat. And your legs long. Good job. That's excellent. Well done. Yeah, very nice. Nice first effort at both those exercises, Victoria. That's very good. You feeling okay?
Yeah, good. It's fascinating. Because, you know, last time I was essentially bareback was when you're a child and you just don't do it as an adult, do you?
That's right.
Feel that movement.
Got lots of those ingredients, hasn't it? The freedom of memories of riding as a child, and also it's also got the potential for you to feel and analyse your own position and balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's lovely to feel their movement though, because you just don't through a saddle.
No, it's a controlled environment, and you've got the lunger and the vaulter here all to help you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to experience the canter. You feeling comfortable to continue?
Yep.
Very good. Okay, so we've done the mill and the box, and we're going to go through that in a little bit more like real time. So, getting your legs around the horse, legs long, toes pointed. Breathing in, and let's prepare to mill to Rosie, and mill, right leg up, toe pointed, look at Rosie, get the sideways position, take a breath, and continue, leg around, follow your eye, keep your seat in the middle of the horse's back, leg long, calf around your horse, knee bent, put your heel under your hip, and proceed, mill to the outside, point your leg, follow the movement, 2, 3, 4, establish that, and continue, 2, 3, 4, leg up to the front, point your toe, 2, 3, 4, keep coming, and move your hand. Good job, well done. Keeping your leg long. Well done, Victoria. Now let's think about coming up to mill again, and to box, I'm very sorry, and prepare to box, and up to knees out onto his back, bend your elbows, press on your shoelaces. Oh, you got into that much quicker. Eyes up, looking straight ahead. Nice and flat with your back. Good job. Press your toes, point them on the same line as your leg. That's good. And your shoelaces on the horse's back. Bend your elbows a bit more so your back, don't stick your bottom out the back. Keep your shoulders over your hands. That's it. So you're balanced. Eyes up. Good. Later on we can move into other movements from this basic box, and they'll be discussed in your next lesson. But you do have to have a very good box position to start with. Well done. Okay, let's come back to basic seat. Come down with 2 legs, point your toes, light in the seat. And then get the checklist back again. Your calves are around the barrel of his body, toes are down, shoulders are square, shoulder blades back and down on your ribs, chin up, and breathing softly and rhythmically. Lovely. Okay, good with that? So now we're going to go up into the canter. Rosie's going to do that, and I know you're a proficient rider. You can ride the canter. Canter's a 3-beat movement with a moment of suspension, and you're going to follow that movement with your soft hips, but keeping an upright body and a good core strength and stability, and the legs stay long and round the barrel of the horse. Good? Okay, when you're ready, Rosie, and prepare to canter, and canter. Good, and don't feel that you lean to the inside. Keep your fingers closed on the handles, and watch that your leg on the inside in particular stays long and round your horse, so you're not being tempted to shift to the outside. And now you've got a nice seat. Watch that your elbows aren't flopping. You're staying nice and tall and erect. you need as much strength as is necessary with as much suppleness as is possible. So it's an interesting contrast, isn't it? Are you right to go up into box?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, so lean forward, bend your elbows, swing your legs up behind him. He understands you haven't done it. Keep going, elbows bent. Well done. Try not to sit on your heels though. Yep, keep your knees and you're like a quadruped. Good job. Well done. Let's come back to basic seat. Lightly coming down, point your toes. Good girl. Now he's going to notice if you move in your position or you get blocked, he'll feel that. So stretch up tall again. That's better. Shoulder, hip, heel, toes long, down. Elbows don't flap out. Very good. We'll try that once more up to box. Got enough oxygen?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, leaning forward. And then onto your knees, shins, ankles, elbows bent. Stay over, the weight is evenly distributed over your arms and your knees. Excellent work, Victoria. And let's come back down to basic seat. Super, very good. And then up nice and tall. So you're not on your crutch on the light seat, you're up tall and balanced. I think that's very good. We might leave that, so prepare to come back down to the walk. Ah, that's right. You have to prepare yourself with your core strength. Very good. You can see how valuable this would be for your development as a dressage or a jumping rider, wouldn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Because you have no hands to balance on the horse's mouth. You're using your core strength. So we're going to think about dismounting at the walk. So it's going to be quite easy for you. So let's mill to the inside. Up near your nose. That's the one. Yeah, it's a nice image, isn't it? Well, I don't really expect you to achieve it, but it just gives you an idea of a straight leg and a pointed toe, and it's coming up here. Lovely. And then you're going to put both hands on the handle on this side, and then you're going to lower yourself down, facing the same way as the horse. Walk a few steps with him. Remember to land with your knees bent. And dismount. Good. And then you can give him a pat. Good. Okay, and then step back out of the circle and leave the circle. Yeah, but no, much more clearance of the horse than that. Good. And then come back to me. And then we're going to ask Rosie to bring Louis in and cool him down. And then we're going to, when he's a little stretch, we're going to do the same the other way. Because it's very important for your development and his development that what we do one way, we do the other way. Okay, so congratulations, Vic. That was a fantastic first effort.
Thank you.
You enjoyed yourself?
I did. It was really good. Yeah.
So the vaulting really is a fantastic adjunct to your training for all sorts of riding. I'd like to say you showed fantastic natural propensity for this. So
Thank you.
yeah, congratulations. I've seen a number of students who couldn't grasp those basic moves as easily as you did. So
Thank you.
very good. I think you're going to improve as you go on, and you're going to feel how to get in and out of those movements even better, and understand how that improves your riding. So you can be very happy with yourself about your first effort, and I know the kinesthetic feedback from the horse. He told me. He said he thinks that you're a very sympathetic rider with your seat and a vaulter. So I hope we see more of you with that. Just to gain a bit of an understanding from our session, how would you describe your leg position in the basic seat?
I think that your hips have to be quite open in order to get your legs around the horse. You know, to wrap your legs around and get used to pointing your toes is different to what I do in a saddle.
Yes.
With my heels.
But we still maintain that integrity of the shoulder. What was the line?
Shoulder, hip, heel.
Yeah, but just with the longer leg and the toe down and the leg embracing the horse's side. Fantastic. And when we were getting off the horse, how did we dismount?
With a mill to the front, both hands on the inner handle, and then gently jump down, bent knees.
Excellent. And when we were going into the circle to commence the exercise, what was important about going into the circle?
To enter behind the horse at an appropriate distance.
Yes, when it had gone past you, a safe distance. And when we were going down the line to mount the horse, what was important that you did then?
That you stuck with the line and the movement of the horse.
Yes.
To fall behind.
Yes, very, very good. Well, I think that's a pretty comprehensive session, and congratulations.
Thank you, Chrissy. It was good fun.
Yeah, thank you, Louis. You want to give him a pat? Yeah, good boy. We look forward to seeing you do more vaulting.